Welcome to Onivia Highlights. These are the best highlights from the LEC Spring 2025.
Show, hang on a second, Isma's going for a pretty deep invade here again.
Cosplaying.
Yeah, really wanting to blow him off the first camp. That's kind of annoying.
Lots coming in. Last cone taken. Wait. Shao's dead. Shao is just going to die. Lot, Counter-Strike, Flash, Bramble. It's nice, but Decimating Smash on top. As I said, dead meat, first blood to Giant X.
So Shao was well behind enemy lines, and I thought, well, you know, maybe it'll be I mean, look, he's obviously prepared for the early lane on this champion, helped by the fact that Camilo had to start with that W2. Now to see, okay, laning phase, looks like it's going well. And of course, you've now given you the top laner a great matchup, which Lot is using to great advantage there. How does that work?
He might take a little bit more. Shao at level 3, getting bopped around again. Isma's damage not to be dismissed as standing his ground won't work either. Isma looking for the pounce. Carlson in the way, under the turret, looking for the trade, but an instant flash out, and Carlson can't match. Isma swipes through in this top side of the map as a 1k. Carlson down bot. Noah and Jun. The wave is in a slow push. Really nice wave state for GX, and Carlson can't stand up. Also, Isma taking the dragon. It's like a death knell, but if he does walk up to that wave, flash in tow, but a lot to match the same, and all plates given up in with the next wave.
Shao's here. Do they want to play around? Well, they do. There's the ultimate.
And it's going to catch him as well. No mana. Twisted Advance is a counter-strike in. Carlson spaces nicely, still gets stunned up. The sapling helps out, and Shao gets a shutdown. Team Heretics with their first kill of the game.
It's a little annoying for Heretics that the kill doesn't go to Carlson. There is also Isma here. John, does he want to go for a flash bounce to Flack? Yes, he does!
Nice body slam, sets up with the explosive cast. Flack and flashes immediately over under turret. Noah ulties in behind the deadly flourish. It's Donkey-licious for the trade, but it's a 1-for-1 in the end, with Isma getting a bit of a helping hand.
Good early game for them. They managed to really get ahead of things. It's not necessarily in the jungle matchup, but maybe that changes here.
And the wave hurts Carlson so much here. Counter-Strike at the ready. Carlson has his flash available. Will he get to use it? Out now finally, but Isma follows up easily. The needlework, there's not enough healing. Autos will suffice. Isma with kill number 2, and GX will just not give up.
They'll at least stop Isma from taking it cleanly. It'll reset.
Well, that play was awkward now. Without Magnastorm for like, what, 45, 50 seconds. Herald now seems even more impossible. Sten on the edge for an engage. Shao trying to get back his own blue buff, but the engage follows through from Jun first. Slow down while bot turret just dropped, by the way. Nature's Grasp, that's another ulti that in front of the objective you would love to have, and Heretics it off like a bad hangover.
Yeah, he was sat there for a while, thinking of it. Don't need to blow ult. Don't need to blow ult. Okay, all right, guess you convinced me on that one. He uses that tool, but that's it. No, he's safe. That ult was not the longest cooldown ever. Sign has one of the highest base HP regens in the game as well. They're trying to weather the storm for now. How much can you give up? Realistically, you have to give up a lot. That's not a bad trade there, actually.
There is burst, but I mean, Jun's tanky enough. Jumping in, you'd think Shao would be, but he gets blasted. Isma also running in, you'd think it would be a bad idea, but they're still so strong. The dive continues out, and Noah shreds. Well, the all-in from GX works out anyway. They're there in a flash. Heretics thought they could fight back, but there's no chance. Noah, the unsung hero, has been scaling up alongside them. Now rears his head, which is looking mighty fine in game 1.
What Heretics thought was a quick pick leads to
Dwani and things like Skarner. I don't get the same vibe, but even though the Pantheon's winless, I'll see that. I'll see Wukong. I'll see the Nidalee. I think something very differently is inner turret top goes down. 7.5, keep counting, because that's going to lead them right towards Atakan. Uncontested, while Carlson just tries to get some gold back on the map.
Well, they have objective bouncies, which is the bonus of being so far behind, but doesn't feel that great right now. Atakan goes down. Of course, that increases the value of the petals which you get, and gets ability to start resetting these fights.
One out on the other side of the map. Carlson has TP, but GX, you know, win this one outright. Nature's Grasp to be a good disengagement. Carlson TP'd into the middle of everyone. Jackie's flash, decimating smash to the 2-man. Buffed out by Camilla, but not the rest. It'll be the cleanup crew, and mopping up is the hard bit, but tipping out the dirty water. That'll be Giant X closing this one out.
GX have very cleanly looked for fights. Champions like...
But if anyone can do it, apparently Team Heretics can.
Just to cut back on the hope, production observers, can we get a toggle to Heretics vision? I want to see how much that they see on the map right now, because I'm going to imagine it's very little. They see nothing. They see nothing, and this is why they have to play so far back. Look at Camilla, look at Flacket. They can't even walk up to defend their turret. Again, this is
ignorance is bliss. Not knowing is some of the best thing in life. There's a lot of things in life I wish I didn't know.
Briefly alluded to Xenomorphs earlier. Turns out in your own jungle, no one can hear you scream because there's no vision there either.
Oh no, now that I get.
Yeah.
Now Soul's an issue.
This is Kimilu, the last survivor of the Nostromo.
Oh my god.
He actually is the only unkilled member so far.
Well, what can he do? Soul's now to GX. And again, I'll keep breathing in that good stuff because Soul bit of an issue when you have champions like Nidalee. Who can just go to Prowl and then do whatever. Sheo. Blending into the environment. But unfortunately, there's a lumberjack here. And Jackie's with the right skin, but the wrong day for Sheo. He's trying to buy time, do whatever he can do. There's a Rel here as well. Gives him movement speed, but Sheo, I mean, what can you say? He hasn't been able to play this game. Delaying the inevitable while Jackie's cuts him down.
Took a lot longer to die than I thought he would.
True.
It just doesn't really lead to that much. So Camilo is actually making a foray into the enemy side of the map for the first time. Feels like in a very long time for Heretics. Pushing now on the other side though, GX, a reminder that they have Cloud Soul to run at you quicker. They have 3 grubs.
No wave though.
Well, they're coming soon, mate. They're coming soon. They got 2 of them, in fact.
You're right. There are more than 1 minion waves in League of Legends, and Giant X have got 2 of them. And now
getting out of hand. Now there are 2 of them.
It really is. And look, Camilo's come back to base. He's flashed on. He's not stunned up by a lot. Flashes out this time rather, and Jackie's gets stunned back. Heretics fighting back. They've got AoE. This is what I said. It ain't over till it's over. The curtain's going to fly. Jun is the target. Noah blocks it up, but Nature's Grasp is still alive as Isma. Narrow dodge. Lot gets out the top, and Carlson zones out through the rim. It's only 1, but what did I tell you? As Jackie's, even on Sion, that dude gets caught out. Again.
So,
for Team Heretics, this is going to be destroyed immediately. So this Baron inevitably going to go down. Jun doing damage control in case anyone gets near. And for GX, still this game is theirs. They've just got to, you know, bowl down the pins, I guess. However, no, I'm just kidding. I do think this should be GX.
Yeah, there is a certain point where playing Devil's Advocate is a little disingenuous.
I mean, it's so hard to in this game when you're like, man, GX to just run the whole riff. Camilo again, he's being cheeky onto Isma, get some damage back, but he's now at half HP. And as you said, those minions channeling in. There may not be supers here, but with the inhibitor up, Giant X have their target in mind.
So, inhibitor in the middle. Oh, top lane actually wasn't taken by that though. We'll take it now though. It will take now though. Here comes the Malkail.
Okay, Nature's Grasp. Jackie's ulti out. Deadly Flash doesn't connect. Decimating Smash on Sten does. Lot zoning out. Sheo is going to take one for the boys as Giant X poke him out a little bit. Camilo's in lethal tempo mode. He's keeping that up, but Giant X get out of his vision. Out of sight, out of mind. I wish I could say, but Team Heretics see Giant X running in as a big storm wall. And Camilo can only barely just hold back. Giant X has broken down 2 inhibitors now, and surely a 3rd is next to come. TP.
Full Son is brought up by Lot. Sten could look to kill him on, well, engage on the arrival. Carlo, Lot jumps back. That's a lot of damage.
Really nice from Camilo to buff, but you're right. The damage hurts up and up where they're going to find triple in him regardless. This might be like Helm's Deep, but more realistic. 10k gold lead. The problem is now, Team Heretics, how do you fight off all 3 waves? Top just needs to be catered for, and then the pressure will be there. So Giant X not getting everything in a row, but wave clear is enough for now. Noah's dancing in the back, and here we go again.
Yeah, so those were some of the waves without the super minions. Now the next ones, they're going to be a little bit more tricky. Triple inhib down. Baron buff still in as well, and you don't have a Malkail for this wave. That's a problem. You're not going to be able to stop GX walking up nearly as easily.
In there, Sten with a good engage, but they're zoned off. Carlson's going to drop the ulti as well, but Lots in, goes Golden. Needlework number 2 with 1 held in hand. For the time being, Carlson used it, but Team Heretics, their turrets are dying. They may hold up the fight, but Giant X is just going for the rear. And as Noah jumps in, it's going to be a trade with the Nexus bare bones. Camilo's fighting out with lethal tempo. Nexus still there. Flash away. Jackie's just autoing it. He's got enough damage because the team will then converge. A hard-fought win, but a well. I feel like Giant X have maybe simplified things a little bit this week.
Yeah, I mean, I think this time's Jackie's who gets to have a bit more fun in terms of his actual playmaking, playing very different
damage. Wait for the minion wave to be pushed while Dragon goes down first. And then I mean, now I just need to know his story. Now all I want to know is his story.
How did he get there?
He came from far away. He was Shen's cousin, but he didn't make it into ninja school. Maybe the same can be said. Carlson's got his 1v1 territory, and Shao's coming in over the wall as well. Ulti perfectly hit. Nicely done, and Team Heretics, the complete opposite story of game one. That's made his night very difficult.
I'm so happy. Look, I haven't seen you this entertained in quite a while. Dragon is going down, so Heretics would like to get themselves their first objective on the board. Of course, they didn't get that many last game.
They didn't get any dragons last game.
This is their first dragon of the series, which, look, this game is all...
I mean, it's okay, it's old, guys, it's old. But for, like, people who are young out there, Camilla with a sidestep, Jackie's jumping on. I'd be looking at the bucket list right now. Morgan Freeman would be saying, well, you're kind of in the depth of it. I can't say the other word. As Camilo holding for himself under turret, though. Jackie, solo kill imminent. Flashes, gets it, but the last turret shot is successful. A 1-for-1 as the junglers now make do.
And a whole lot of fireworks. Stolen Chaos Storm traded. 1-for-1, both of them trading kills onto each other. That's really a decent chunk. That's
Sidestep though, re-engage, it's great. Here's Flacket as well, but bullet time layers down and Stan. He won't be able to escape. No, picks up the kill with Isma mitigating the damage. Flacket now at a good range, but look at the health bars. They're still healthy enough, and Shao knows that. He's run out of his ult, he's run out of time, and Team Heretics
out. Carlson.
Full Forge God. Isma's going to jump in. Carlson flashes away, still gets knocked back, but knocks back Isma in return. 3 Talon Strike, looking for a knock-up on the blast cone. We'll find it mid-air. And with the flash over, Lot's going to make sure his CC seals the deal. An unfortunate escape made good by Isma.
Isma is having a good series. Flash away from Noah. Something picked up by Heretics.
There's some core carries who are going to be doing a lot of damage in this next fight. And this next fight's coming up in 5 seconds with Dragon now spawning.
Okay, Jhin has that ult, has that flash.
Quickness, interrupted for the time being. A good bullet time though. Camilla ripped to shreds. Letting the cannons out. Let Team Heretics rip as Shao gets into Herald to escape. Gets some knockups on the way out, but he will make his way through. Camilla's dead for a while though as the Herald goes back around. Team Heretics, I don't think they want to stick around. True Shot Barrage gets some damage as Lot is still alive. He doesn't get poked out. Team Heretics don't get a single kill from the fight as Herald will die. And it's just going bare side up again.
Heretics don't even get the Herald charge into the mid lane turret because they use it to try and be a getaway vehicle for Shao. Yeah, he makes it out alive. 2 of his teammates don't. Shao's not really in position to do that much around the Dragon now. We're talking about the value of individual Hextech Dragons. The Soul itself, of course, insanely valuable too. GX will have first march on that one. 2 up to just the 1. Once again, beyond what I expect of them, challenging our expectations of them. Isma really a player which I've had my eyes on now, helping GX find success. Going on to Camille potentially, but...
Wait, TP, there's no teleport, there's no turret there rather, and Camille should just be dead. Abscond Duck. Team Heretics caught out and over for side lane. Why they're that deep when no one's on the map, I do not know. The response is, can they get anything else? Carlson gets top turret. Mid might be open here, but way too strong for Flacket to deal with. And they have no grubs.
Those grubs being all on GX's side. Yeah, it does mean that your cross maps are a little bit weaker. Yes, Carlson going to get a good chunk out of the top turret. Not going to get the full thing, sadly, so it might be delayed investment. See if they could even return to that one. GX might force the issue a little bit more. So now GX find themselves 3k gold lead, up in Dragons. Getting themselves some good gold onto Jackie, who we said has a lot more playmaking potential in this game. Look, he was on the Sion last time, he was still making plays. I really liked his ability to snap engage with the Sion ultimate here on the side lane. It's like, oh, you know, Jackie's getting caught on the side lane. He's doing the catching now, and they're catching him in lane.
They are. Bullet time, he's dead! The amount of times Heretics are getting caught bot, getting caught mid, getting caught in this series. 2-item Silas. Camilo is constantly drowning. Noah has just destroyed mid. Inner turret top does go down. Carlson is trying to keep this game in check. It now literally feels like it is him, like with Infinity Edge with Bloodthirster. He's got equal 2 items, but that guy's going to be sitting on more. Jackie's in a 2v1. I'm now holding out because with the ulti out, Jackie's healing. No. Kingslayer not enough. It's up to Carlson, and Shao agrees as Atakan is being done bot because Jungler just showed top.
40 seconds dead now for Jackie's. Is there an opening on the map for the Heretics to do anything? They might be able to take mid lane out of turret. Atakan will go to side of GX. Paddles. They give you the experience, they give you the adaptive force as well, and the Atakan upgrades the value of them by another 25% if you have it alongside the fight effect as well. That's a flank.
Onto Noah. He doesn't have bullet time, he just uses it clear the way, but where's the damage at? It's just Flacket here for the time being. Teleport being channeled. Jackie goes for the all-in. Isma's ulti's out. Opportunity here for Heretics, but the Chaos Storm, and again, Camilo teleporting out. Caught out 2.5 times, counting the flash burn, and in front of Dragon, they're a member down.
and that is a lot of ultimates used by GX, but you've still lost one of your big damage sources. Now going towards mid lane, Share forced to retreat. Heretic's trying to go towards that mid lane turret.
Line stand in the way, depth charge knocks him up. He's going to get away with a grand entrance. The escape now channeling. Team Heretics running through mid while GX are going to take control and take that dragon. Sten's health bar, part of their engage, is now down, but Jackie's face checking.
What?
Name something more iconic. What is that guy doing? Carlson, he gets a kill. We're now looking to see how GIANTX play the rest of this fight because Dragon felt free, but does it anymore?
So the flowchart was death into, oh, we'll give up this dragon, we'll go mid lane instead. GX contest, but they way overforce it. Potentially now, with Victor coming back onto the board, Heretics might be able to take an uneven numbered fight in their favor.
Look at Carlson searing charge onto Lot. There's good poke damage, but bullet time comes back up and Sten is just instantly dead. Okay, that's one, but the engage from Carlson jumps on through. Low health bars here from Lot and Juna Isma gets his ulti back up and Camilo runs in. The front to back ain't there for Team Heretics. There's Sejuani surviving, but their Victor keeps dying. How is that possible?
Both of these teams were given some pretty good opportunities in the last minute, and neither of them can capitalize in the way that they want to. GX overforce first, Heretics do it the next time, and I think Stend on the Rakan has just been exploded so many times trying to look for a way into the fight. Feels like 3 or 4 times now, even with him not dying in some of those occasions. Felt like he's gone a little bit too far, got locked up, and the bullet time has taken most of his HP. Heretics
still there on salt point, and Shao just draws in the dredge line into inner turret. Camilla gonna have to wave clear this, but he's scared of Jackie's naturally so. However, finally getting to his second item while Carlson has objective bounties. And Carlson is 3,300 gold up. Now he has TP, Baron's gonna start, but it is a hell of a good day to have your family here to support you because this guy needs to pull out a miracle. I do not know how to say that in Danish.
Neither do I. Someone call up GB. Baron going lower.
Okay.
Lower. Is the teleport going to be coming through?
Okay, ulti going in for the steal, but it's pulled off. The full engage. It's easy from Lot. Well done, GX. Simply done. Sheriff flashes over the wall, but the engage doesn't stop there. Isma jumps in. Dredge line pulls him back. Jackie's this time has my blessing to go in. A triple over to Isma, and Jackie's follow-up is beautiful. Carlson comes in. He's left alone, and not even he can 1v5 in the position that GIANTX are in.
Wonderful clap back from the Fog of War. Split jump looked down and out. We were talking about, how much of a car crash it felt that, hang on a second, as this was going on to Flacket as well.
Yeah, Isma is deep, but I think it's called for it. Flacker just stands there. He used barrier, but it didn't feel like it. Shao under tier 2 also gets destroyed. Noah is ripping them apart. Dredge line away. Stend is lucky to stay in. That inner turret's going to drop quickly. I said 9k. It is already 10. And Baron has 2 minutes left to go. Red Bull, get your money's worth because this is going to go to 6,000.
10,000 gold ahead. GX might just cleanly secure themselves a playoff spot right here and now. The glow up has been insane from this team.
Since Madrid, it feels like GX have switched on. Their final push is Camilo is going to make it death number 7. Sten walks into the bullet time. Team Heretics walk away without anything to say in the series. They'll get another chance at a tiebreaker versus Vitality, but GIANTX are the ones who's stinging like a butterfly, looking like the bee. It's GX locking in playoffs, and since Madrid, this team has changed completely. Onwards and upwards for GX.
Destruction.
Welcome to Onivia Highlights. These are the best highlights from the LEC Spring 2025.
Game. Some crass language, and while language barrier was the cited reason, intent versus impact sort of dealy, he's not here. So now we got Trick in the jungle and Malrang in the bot lane, as it's an absolute fist fight mid lane. Complete insanity at level 1 between Ahri and Talia.
What? He TP'd! Larson TP'd after flashing!
For now, it seems like Mirwan's got top pressure under wraps. Mid pressure also in the favor of MKoi, so things looking pretty good as Elyoya. Charging up, Q flash. Will he do it or will he fumble? He gets the Q flash. It's perfect. Follow up there. Electrocute. Elyoya takes that kill. MKoi make it happen.
Yeah, they make it look easy, and that's because the Q flash does connect. Larson, I wasn't sure if his flash had actually come back up. I think it was, but he wasn't able to react in time, and it's a difficult thing to react to. But he ends up connecting, making it easy for the charm to connect, and it's an easy kill underneath the tower. Now both the mid and jungle duo find themselves with an early kill lead, and Koi sitting in a comfortable advantage for the time being.
Oh yeah, it's getting more comfortable too. I think the Ahri getting a free kill early was nice to have, helping JoJo secure that lane prio. Random ignite. A little bit more damage down onto Supa. Malrang going in to finish off the kill. Bot lane. Larson coming in for a bit of vengeance. Flick back hits two. That's some solid follow-up. Patrick now trying to finish the kill, but Supa's still standing. But it's Malrang. Who else? The playmaker. The autofill support. Gets it done on the bottom side.
I mean, it's a clean 2 versus 2 kill to kind of set things up. Of course, Larson coming into holding the wave in place. So there's no wave underneath the tower. They need a little bit more time. I thought Malrang would look to reset here to potentially cover the dive, but Adam is sticking around.
Well, last right's there. Being between the walls, definitely tough. Flashing away for the knock-up. Plays the wall down. Elio's in the business thing. Now he's just trying to move away. The feathers are flying. He's backstepping. He's moving through. He's finally going to get rooted up. It looks like he'll fall, but it takes JoJo Pin coming as well, because there's a bit more healing. They finally claim the feat of warfare, but that was a bit too close for comfort.
It certainly was. Adam was a lot tankier than they were expecting, and they needed 4 members to make the play happen. You know, we talked earlier about Malrang resetting. If he actually, there was so much time in actually setting up for the dive. I think Adam could have just retreated from the tower, waited for Malrang to arrive. But I guess it makes sense that there's a bit of a disconnect, given that your jungler is playing on support, and he ends up losing his life. So Koi get themselves another kill, and it goes into the pockets of JoJo as well, now surpassing the 1K advantage over Larson.
All right, all eyes on JoJo to try to cement this advantage further.
All eyes on Trick, because this will be his second objective of the game. They did invest 4 members on the bot side of the map, which was a lot of people. Can he get away?
He can. And we've solved the problem. The light or whatever. It feels like a too dramatic of a quote.
What tangent are you going on?
I've just got a lot of energy and nostalgia, and not a lot of stakes.
Right.
Larson, bit of a knockback. Trick now getting involved. Supa just trying to scoot his boot out of there. Patrick laying down a bit of damage. Lethal tempo fully stacked, and Supa will fall.
I mean, I will say, Larson is being super proactive on the map right now.
Yes, he is.
He is using that ult off cooldown, working with his team to find plays. You're going to end your season losing to Rogue, the last place team.
And we've also seen, you know, frustratingly so, is where you have another engage going through on the bottom side. Perfect combo, shut down.
It's flawless. Onto the target with all the gold as well.
Now can they cover mid this flash as well? But now this tower might be in trouble.
Yeah, that was very clean from Mirwin. But Rogue are cross-mapping super effectively. They're getting at the first tower of the game. They will concede the dragon, but they are completely fine with that. And with their numbers, they may even push for the tier 2 as well.
They did lose mid-tower about 10 seconds before they took that was
so
the second
they
tower
didn't
game.
get,
They did. Their cross-map was all of them ignoring mid completely and running top with a wave push. So I am hyped for the Rogue plays.
Contentious, a lot of people had eyes on him.
Vedius, did you just caster curse him? Caster curse! Nice job, Eddie. Everyone can blame at Vedius. Rogue,
I was trying
the trap baited. Jojo Pune lost in a moment, thinking he can hear the casters. Is that someone praising me, he says to himself? Takes his eyes off the screen, 1 second, and now he's dead. Perhaps MKoi could find vengeance.
I mean,
Adam sees Elioya. Quick flashing out, respecting the potential of the Q flash from Elioya, and MKoi are just going to break down mid lane tier 2.
so cross maps continue from both sides. Rogue, I'm going to be too unhappy about the dragon secure, but the rest of the map is not looking good as towers continue to fall.
Rogue have thrown out the League of Legends textbook completely.
This is an ambitious start. TPs are going to be channeled.
They're going to force this.
I don't know if they are, Dracos.
They just conceded 2 towers to take a Drake and then start Otacon?
But look at Adam. He says, screw this, I'm going bot lane.
He's going to try to even up the trade. Wanting to Q forward. Jojo Pune off to the side. Malrang ready to body block. Adam is eating that tower alive. Another Yorick experience. He'll break a tower. Starting to even up the gold difference. Now Rogue have been herded in.
This is very awkward.
They have to hold the line. The ghouls have been thrown in. Rogue marching forward. The cavalry have gone in. Jojo Pune deleted. Supa off to the side, completely untouched. They're starting to pop Larson. Larson goes golden for a brief moment. Out comes Mirwin. Mirwin trying to get the damage down. Rogue retreating. Larson still doing decent damage, but Supa's going to be able to find the kill. A quick pickup, but Rogue still remain on the hunt. It's a double kill to 1 for 3. In the end, Rogue went out.
It's a team fight victory for Rogue. Their target selection onto JoJo was fantastic. And the engage from
JoJo
Are they quick enough to respond? I think they will be. Yeah, Rogue is going to back away.
Perhaps another fight. Larson on the way down 2. They're losing a wave to be here. MKoi, if they just play slow, they should be fine. But off on the side, it's Malrang going in. JoJo once again isolated. Alvaro starting his ult, but there's not really a great target hit. He's only connected onto Malrang. There's no immediate fall edge damage jumping onto Patrick. That's a lot of resources burned. Malrang trading his ulti for 2 ultis from the opposing side. So not starting off too bad for Rogue. Eyes on Elyoya with the Vault Breaker. Dragon won't fall. Rogue's still down about 300 gold for losing that top wave and mid wave just to be here.
Rogue have lost a lot of their tools.
Charm Flash coming in from JoJo. Lockup is there. Immediately Larson is down, but he's not. He goes golden for an extra second. They should just be able to finish the kill. Larson still retreating. Larson holding on. The feathers fly. Larson drops an MKoi. Take control of the pit. The spear shot through will not be able to steal out another charm. Landing onto Trick. Mountering with the Q, the Shattering Strike to try to make his way out, but that's the ulti now coming in from Elyoya. The immediate turn back onto the jungler. Elyoya recognizing he might have bit off a little bit too much with the flash forward from Mirwin. A W in from Alvaro. They don't quite have the damage to fight this. Oh, you're ready to go. JoJo coming around the corner as well. Rogue backing away. Not an ideal exchange in the end. Drake picked up by MKoi.
I mean, Koi ultimately get what they wanted. Him in the engage, and then 3 ultimates ended up used. Larson's ult was gone, Patrick ult and Malrang ult was all used. And at that point, you're like, well, we don't have anything left to fight, so we really shouldn't. And then, of course, they end up overstepping. So I think Koi now recognize this, and as long as they can play around that initial engage, then their re-engage should be more than strong enough to turn the fight in their favor.
I also just think you're at the point now where Supa just does enough damage to carry a fight.
Oh, for sure.
As long as he has the space to work, and it does feel like it comes down to which bot laner or AD gets caught. And the most vulnerable member right now probably is Larson, I would say, even despite having the Zhonya's, because once he's caught out of position, I just don't think it matters. But we'll see 2.5 seconds of going golden, and he'll just die in the end. But in the meantime, Rogue taking the Baron, perhaps attempting the heist, but they're down a man now. Full committing to the play. 6K, Elyoya, can he steal it? Trick and Malrang, 2 junglers in the pit. 2v1 jungle showdown, Trick! He wins those! He's still got the skills! It's Patrick over the wall, he's managed to hold on for every second. Invested now going in. Patrick still living for an extra second. Elyoya now taking down the flash away, trying to get up a Mirwin, dashing, diving, the Drake hound step, keeping him standing. Now Supa going with all, desperate to get this Malrang mounting up and running for the hills, but he'll go down in the end. Wall laid down. Maiden hitting on Supa. Supa not keen, does not want that number. And Adam slowly running away. One-on-one, he's got a decent amount of stain, but not enough to win this battle. Ghouls summoned. Adam down. Baron taken, but no one will get the buff.
Yeah, Koi kind of back to business as usual as they find themselves a nice ace versus Rogue. They'll remove the entire Baron buff. They'll finally break into the base. They'll expose the inhibitor, and while they may not be able to secure it, Koi putting themselves, well, I want to say Koi putting themselves in a good position, but losing the Baron makes ending the game that much.
W now. Larson's picking up a bit of Magic Pen. Maybe there's an angle for a better fight. Celestial opposition procced. Larson spotting Mirwin on the side, and they're instantly just going to try to kill the top laner. He flashes over the wall, but the Drake is already down, so Rogue might have spotted the flanker, but they'll still lose the objective as Adam wants to keep his sights set in the mid lane. Decent damage. Charm is there, though. JoJo certainly hurting. Sterik's going to keep Adam standing, and now Rogue needs to get the hell out. One more dash forward. Charm flash in. Patrick goes golden, but he's just going to die in the end. Pantheon now desperately trying to escape. All of Rogue retreating. Adam about to fall. Mirwin continuing to dive in. It is a complete and total slaughter. Malrang and Trick split up. Each of them trying to find their way to safety, but MKoi looks like they'll just close it out here.
It's a beautiful engage from Koi, punishing Adam as he gets a little too close to the tower. And once they remove the front line, the chase through comes from Koi. Good target selection, good damage, and ultimately good game as Koi looked to take game 1 of this series.
1 or 2 slip-ups perhaps, 1 or 2 moments where they were caught out, but they were consistently trading up in terms of objectives. Rogue's creative plays couldn't last any further. MKoi closing out game 1 and taking their time trying to finish off Trick.
Bit of wholesome in the old chat. And so he's a ball delivery system, knocks someone up, got a nice shockwave, can quickly one-shot a target. We've seen it many times into champs like Kalista specifically, and kind of not giving her an opportunity to
you have to get in the goal. Okay, they're trying to stop Trick from jungling. So far, they're successful.
That is uncool, guys.
Late invade.
Oh, Malrang with the flank.
Trick over the wall. Malrang off to the side. After game already taken away. Level 2 for Elyoya. Patrick with Halo Blades. Malrang's going to flash over this wall. No, he's just going to run in and heal because Supa is getting lower. Now he'll flash out. Alvaro continuing to...
It's all the summoner spells gone now for Mauro.
Auto attacks.
Alvaro is now in a very awkward spot.
He is still here. Trick trying to race to level 2.
He flashed.
Maurang locked up. Committed. Alvaro flashing in as well. Maurang in trouble. Flash in to get first blood. Now Patrick trying to follow up, but he doesn't just have the damage even with the Hail of Blades. There's no blight stacks. The level 1, not enough. But Trick's still going. Elyoya trying to dash away. Trick desperately running forward. They're just dancing away from him. Supa continuing to go and win, becomes lightning. Supa goes down. Patrick up for an extra second. He gets the additional gold influx coming in. Now Trick wants to keep it going. Decent damage, but the dogs are starting to hurt. Both sides will back away. 1 for 1.
It's just a brawl in the bot lane. I mean, Elyoya starts off by stealing away the Raptors, getting level 2, and then the... Thought of something mean, and I'm quite happy about it.
No, yeah. You know, mean, this is a wholesome,
It's true.
spirited game of League of Legends.
You say that. Koi is up to something.
Trick. Now in trouble. Going in, a few more autos, gets a decent amount of damage. That's a shockwave. Jojupin in trouble now. Trick manages to flash out. Jojupin relatively low, has the buff on him. Holding on for the bailout. One more auto, a little bit more healing coming in. They can't finish the kill, and now it's Elyoya getting away. The handshake is beautiful. Blinking Hellfire. They just can't get anything done. Larson cannot finish a kill. MKoi on the edge, but they get the kill on Trick.
Damn, that was very
Continuing
well.
to grow his lead just as a result of his power in the 1v1 when Alvaro left, and Elyoya now pulling even further ahead of Trick. Oh, also Adam on the top side.
Trick might be dead.
Probably ulti in. Handshake still hits. Well played by Alvaro. An extra root now coming in. So Patrick should just fall. Barrier, decent amount of damage with the bailout there. No hope of finishing the kill. Does manage to proc the bailout, but that's just about it. Supa quickly getting the reset.
Yeah, it's a situation where Patrick, in an ideal world, he throws the hail of arrows, dies, and then the hail of arrows can finish up the kill so that he then doesn't trigger the passive. But
Yep.
yeah, unfortunately, that was a little too difficult to execute. The timing would have been way too specific. So Supa and Alvaro end up finding a pick on the bot side of the map. Gold lead, nothing too significant for the time being, as objectives are going to be traded. Overall, a pretty steadfast and even early game, even though Koi find themselves with a kill lead.
Kill lead solid. Adam in the setup, they have pressure as well. You're going to see a TP in from Larson. Shockwave is available. 3K. Elyoya's got it low alongside having the closest fight. Patrick's ulti not connecting. Alvaro able to mark. Decent damage now, but Trick has zoned them away completely. They can't just take the objective, but it seems like they want the fight. Poke from Patrick hurts.
Well, the Renata ultimate was used so early on Tavares, which meant that it was now way easier for Rogue to find and engage.
Everyone's stepping up though. They see the TP coming in top lane. They think they have a man advantage. Flash forward with the handshake. Trick now using his ulti. Patrick going to be forced to flash over the wall. Fates call in. Maurang going to get taken down. Super grabbing that one. So Elyoya looks for the reset. Patrick trying to live as long as he can. Elyoya not confident enough to go for the dive. So they will grab some exit kills.
On the resets of Rogue is when...
And now we wait for the next objective as a catalyst to force a fight. But setups on the objective is big, and it feels like wave control has been in favor of MKoi, although Mirwan's going to be in trouble here. Larson does have Shockwave. Shockwave pullback. Auto attacks coming in. I take it back. He's great at soccer. Mirwan down. Larson solo kill.
I mean, he dribbles the ball between his feet and Mirwan
Styles
stumbles.
on it, but there's the slide and glide that you were looking for. Patrick trying to zoom out of there, but he's just going to get one pop. Trick now needs to retreat. A bit of a leash for MKoi on this objective.
And that's just a great future investment idea. Getting the summoners out from Patrick earlier on meant that Jojo was super confident making that play. He's very aware that Larson's not going to be able to join this fight. And so with their numbers, they tried to force a play and they make it happen. I mean, the good news for Rogue, though, is they kept the pressure up top. You'll notice that the top tower was secured. Koi are going to respond by securing the tower in mid, but looks like Rogue are continuing with the push on the top lane.
Confident maybe that they can take Mirwan down if he does show up. He has the equalizer to try and clear the wave. He will use it.
Still
But they have grubs.
Looks like they're not. Ooh.
Not quite enough damage. Maurang going to eat 2 turret shots there, though, for the trouble. They start to retreat. So Rogue maybe a bit overeager on the top side, but Adam moving in. They really want to take Mirwan down. That's the stack up on the queue you were talking about, looking for the knockup. Mirwan now in trouble. Ulti going in from Adam. They want to finish the job. They're berserk. Crucial disengage ult coming in from Alvaro to keep Mirwan standing alongside the bailout, but the tower might still be in trouble, and that's going to be the tier 2 taken down in exchange for the tier 1 at the very least of Rogue, but now it's Supa who has to be careful in mid lane.
Lots of things are happening all over the map because you'll notice in the bot lane as well, the Herald is going to be knocked into the tower. Will do a lot less damage than the first after the recent changes, but ultimately, during Dragons, theoretically easier. The stacks are beginning to mount.
Adam, good chunk onto JoJo.
Nice chunk. The poke is good from Rogue.
On just respawn. Redemption to heal up a bit. Ulti is going to connect onto Elyoya, tricking his own away, and they're going to take the Drake. Now the Equalizer is laid down. Ulti over the top, but MKoi, they don't have any follow-up. Trick now going to go in. He's caught in the Thunderdome. He doesn't have a flash, so he's forced to stay and fight to the death. He tries to wander in, look for maybe a Shockwave angle. But Rogue get the objective.
So Koi get themselves a pick, and Rogue get themselves the Dragon.
Of course, fighting toe-to-toe for the most part. That's a good look. Adam has found Elyoya. Elyoya hurting though. Adam forced to use the ulti. Alvaro finding a solid combo, but the Redemption is coming down. Nice buffer going in. Patrick though going to be the one in trouble. Redemption coming out from the opposite side. They're trying to turn it. JoJo, he found the sliding glide. Elyoya looking for the reset, but he's already been popped. Tower set up in the mid lane, and now Rogue are in a tough spot. JoJo starting to rain down some damage. Mirwin there as well. Supa blinking Elfar, but he kind of wants to support. Patrick looking for the disengage. Laying down a slow. The hail of arrows to help his team retreat back up the river. Trick turning back, hoping to get something else done, but he might have just cost his AD carry his life as well. The blast cone, the last bastion of hope. Patrick out for an extra second, but Mirwin flashing in. Doesn't want to walk face first into this. Knows how much damage Zavaris can do, but Patrick in the end will fall. One more rocket seals the deal. MKoi, good fight in the mid lane.
I think that ended up being a 4-for-2 in favor of Koi. I saw the pass from Larson connecting the Shockwave onto the backline, and I thought that was going to be... So you look at the itemization sitting on Larson, and he's still in a very comfortable spot. A lot of damage available to him. Of course, Trick is now falling a little bit further behind, still working on that second item, but Adam in a great position too. The damage is there for Rogue. They find themselves a little bit behind overall. They just need to find a good fight.
Larson.
He's the target.
TP going in. Larson trying to buy as much time as he can, but the dog can just go intangible. Oh, you're resetting the aggro. Now it's Adam who's arrived at the fight, trying to finish off Mirwin, looking for a bit more damage. Q back through, trying to style on him. Extra damage now going in, but Elyoya might have bit off more than he can chew. Has to backstep. 1 for 1 so far.
Comes Trick.
Trick on the way in, Redemption there as well. The Weirding coming out, extra damage now going down. Elyoya might be in trouble, but it's Supa's been shut down, and it's Elyoya who's on the run. Adam doing a ton of work here, backed up by Trick. Elyoya retreating, bail out there. Alvaro helps secure the escape, but a 2 for 1 in the extended fight.
It's an overforce from Koi as they threaten the dive onto Larson. They should have just been happy by getting that TP out from Adam, freeing up JoJo to push in the top lane, but they wanted to commit to the kill. They had to spend a lot of resources to get it, and then Adam just bought so much time for his team, stalling things out, chipping away at the HP bars, and now it leaves the Dragon exposed. Baron is alive, but it's not an easy objective to secure, at least for Rogue. You still have the Kalista and the Azir, which make it pretty quick. The ulti drops.
Ulti. JoJo Kyun in the midst of the entire team. Goes Golden, buys an extra second. Supa has now slain Patrick in the meantime, but they managed to get JoJo back. Trick back in the middle of the team as well. Oh, you're going to try to finish that one. All of the rest of Rogue retreating. 2 for 1 in favor of Koi, giving up JoJo for jungle and AD on the opposing team.
Shockwave is still available for Larson, which makes the Baron Force a very risky thing to do. Rogue, while they are a man down, they still got the objective that they were looking for.
Adam is also terrifying. He has 3 items. He has the Death Cap. He has the upgraded Sword Shoes. Supa's trying to get the hell out.
They're going to chip away at this tower. I worry about them overstaying here. Look at Elyoya on the flank. At the very least, he's trying to catch the next wave, but another tower going to be secured for Rogue, so...
TP behind. And Koi want to fight.
They certainly do. JoJo is going to TP up in 10 seconds.
Larson flashing up. They're just trying to kill Supa before the fight even breaks out. Larson, decent damage. The Shockwave, he just flashes over and it completely whiffs. Now fire rains from the sky. Adam caught out as well. It's a disaster.
And Rogue overstepped. We talked about them overstaying their welcome. The TP's come through. JoJo now back on the map. He sets his sights on a Patrick.
Patrick pushed back. Will now just fall. Beautifully played by Supa, flashing over the Shockwave to extend the fight. And now MKoi set up to take the Baron.
Yeah, so Rogue, even though they...
so hard for him to fight this Nefiri. So 1 tower will fall. Relatively uncontested. MKoi have a mid wave and bot wave to play with as well. Just about the worst case scenario for Rogue. See if their wave clear will help them here. But Adam and Malrang Using a man advantage mid to try to just bully Mirwin away. No one attending the bot wave from MKOI, so perhaps they can keep this inhibitor standing.
Koi now spreading across all 3 lanes. Jojo using the cannon minion to chip away at the inhibitor.
Jojo really wants to slide and glide. He will push one. It's just Trick who immediately uses the ulti. Patrick taking a bit more time, trying to lay down a bit more damage. Jojo still standing, however. Trick going berserk, and in goes Adam. Massive damage coming out from the Rabbit in the mid lane. MKOI, an inhibitor, but it's going to cost them 2 lives.
The Rogue Shockwave plus Adam ulti combo comes through. They're able to burst down 2 members of Koi for Rogue.
If Rogue can find this, this is the start of them making a comeback in the game. Yo-Yo moving in. Rogue collapsing. Mirwin, great equalizer.
Goes wide, honestly. Doesn't do that much damage.
And no immediate fault makes it so hard for it to stick. Yo-Yo trying to get in. Goes intangible. Steals Infernal. Walks out, but Trick can't he find the follow-up play. Yo-Yo just too fast. And Rogue not getting that just is so massive. They're in a huge deficit. Midwave still barreling down. Supers unattended in the mid lane. Elyoya and MKOI just ushering the next waves in.
An unfortunate misplay there from Trick as he gets outsmited by Elyoya. The soul is denied, and Koi pick up right where they left off. The Baron is about to fall off, so their siege becomes a lot weaker. It looks like they're not interested in leaving this base alone.
Using ulti onto Mirwin. Ulti from Alvaro, ultimately not super effective. Shockwave connects onto Su, but instantly he goes down. Now they're trying to turn it back. Redemption of their own, a little bit too late from the side of MKOI, but they might have enough power to bring this one home anyway. Adam still holding onto his ult. They will lose at least 1 inhibitor here. Can't afford to gamble on a play. Need to get those health bars back up. MKOI still very much in control in the driver's seat despite losing Supa. But Adam Fishing desperate to find these plays.
I think Koi need to back away though. They've overstayed their welcome and the resets are coming through from Rogue. The problem for Koi is, given how the last fight played out, they have no Barons left. They have to wait 2 more minutes for that objective to spawn, and that's the window the Rogue will leverage to try and turn this game around.
Members who have to perform if Rogue want to take us to a game 3.
Ripping up around the top tribe rush. Chip damage coming down from both sides. It's landing from the side of Koi. You can see Adam getting...
Wave unattended. They're going to turn back onto Jojo. Jojo goes golden. In the meantime, they're trying to disengage. Excellent combination with the equalizer. The combo finally coming down. Mirwin onto the backside. Already Trick has gone down. Malrang desperate to flash forward, but he can barely keep the tether standing. Elyoya resetting now, looking to find a kill onto Patrick. A little bit more damage going for the bars, but it's just not enough. Adam running. Larson will fall. It's just going to take another second. Triple kill coming through. Mirwin to finish it off. An ace for MKOI as they look to close this one out 2-0.
A single team fight was all it took as MKOI assert their dominance in the final fight of the regular season. They're looking to close things out in a clean 2-0 fashion.
And overall, they consistently traded up across both games, while Rogue kept some fights close. MKOI always holding on to that lead just about the entire time. The team finishing top 4. We'll see who their opponent is in the first round of playoffs, and for Rogue, the last time.